The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been expanding at an unprecedented rate, and with the recent inclusion of Wolverine, many fans are eagerly speculating about potential crossovers and face-offs. One of the most talked about possibilities, a Hulk vs. Wolverine showdown. But as thrilling as that sounds, do we really need it? Today, we're going to dive deep into why this face-off, while ambitious, might not be necessary for the MCU. First, let's take a step back and look at the history of these two iconic characters. The adamantium-clawed mutant Wolverine first clashed with the Green Goliath in the 1974 comic The Incredible Hulk issue 181. This encounter became legendary, setting the stage for a rivalry that has spanned decades across various media, including comics, animated series, and even films. In fact, many fans fondly remember the intense brawl in the animated movie Hulk vs. Wolverine. It's a classic example of why these two characters work so well together. Both are forces of nature, with Wolverine's relentless ferocity matching Hulk's raw power. But translating this dynamic into the MCU is a different beast altogether. Now that Wolverine has officially entered the MCU, thanks to his upcoming appearance in Deadpool 3, the question arises, will we see him face off against Hulk? Mark Ruffalo, the actor behind the MCU's Hulk, revealed at the 2019 Tokyo Comic Con that he pitched the idea of a Hulk vs. Wolverine film to Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige. This revelation sent waves of excitement through the fan community. But just because something is possible, doesn't mean it should happen. Let's break down why this potential film might not be the best direction for the MCU. First and foremost, there's the issue of character fatigue. Hugh Jackman's portrayal of Wolverine is nothing short of iconic, but he's already given a heartfelt farewell to the character in Logan. Bringing him back for another outing could dilute the impact of that send-off, turning what was a poignant ending into just another cash grab. In Deadpool 2, there's even a joke about Wolverine playing the character until he's 90, a nod to how overused these characters can become if studios aren't careful. The MCU has always thrived on introducing fresh faces and evolving its roster of heroes. Rather than resurrecting old characters, the focus should be on new stories and new characters that can push the franchise forward. We've already seen Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man come full circle. Do we really need to see Wolverine go through the same motions yet again? Next, let's talk about the Hulk's journey in the MCU. Since his transformation into Smart Hulk in Avengers Endgame, the character has often been used for comic relief, losing some of the tragic depth that made him compelling in the first place. Hulk's struggle with his dual nature, Bruce Banner versus the Hulk, has always been a central theme, but recent films have sidelined this in favor of humor. A Hulk vs. Wolverine movie could further sideline the Hulk as a character, turning him into nothing more than a brawler, rather than exploring the complexities of his identity. Instead of battling fellow heroes, Hulk should be facing off against his own demons or classic foes from his rogues gallery, enemies like the Leader or Wendigo. These are the kinds of stories that could bring the Hulk back to the forefront, giving him the depth and focus he deserves. It's also worth considering the broader trend of superhero face-offs in recent years. Films like Captain America, Civil War and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice have set a precedent for hero versus hero showdowns. But these movies often follow a predictable formula: initial conflict, a big fight, and then a resolution where the heroes unite against a common enemy. A Hulk vs. Wolverine movie could easily fall into this same trap, offering little more than spectacle without substance. We've seen it before, and while it might make for exciting comic book panels, it's not necessarily the best use of these characters in a cinematic setting. In conclusion, while the idea of a Hulk vs. Wolverine movie is undoubtedly exciting, it's also fraught with potential pitfalls. The MCU has always thrived by pushing boundaries and exploring new territory, and it's time to continue that tradition by focusing on fresh stories and new characters. Rather than looking back, let's look forward to what the MCU can become. So, do we need a Hulk vs. Wolverine movie? Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth discussions and analyses of your favorite movies and shows. Stay tuned for more exciting content.